चाओ चाओ दोस्तों। तो कैसा लगा वॉचेक शेज़नी और एलिसन का परफॉर्मेंस लास्ट नाइट? एब्सोल्युटली मैग्निफिसेंट। दोनों कीपर्स वर क्लच फॉर बार्सिलोना एंड लिवरपूल रिस्पेक्टिवली। एंड अगर आज मैं ये वीडियो नहीं बनाता तो भाई सेक्रिलेज हो जाता था, बिकॉज एज अ कीपर एक फेलो कीपर के ऊपर तो वीडियो बनता है। इन दिस केस टू कीपर्स एंड टू एक्स रोमा प्लेयर्स। In this video, I'm going to be telling you about the guy who actually has made Alisson and Szczesny. He is the man who has carved out such world-class keepers. And I'm sure you guys do not know about him. So watch the video till the end. Like the video. अगर आप नए हो मेरे चैनल में, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, share it with your friends. And I'm going to be telling you about the mystery man who has made Alisson a world-class keeper. Szczesny तो था ही, but Alisson का जो world-class stops है, this man is responsible for it. So let's start the video. So थोड़ा rewind करते हैं in the past. Wojciech Szczęsny आया रोमा 2015 में. He came from Arsenal. Not the happiest exits, and of course he came to a Roma that had Rudi Garcia. And the first goalkeeper coach that Wojciech Szczęsny encountered was Guido Nani, जो रूडी गार्सिया के कोचिंग सेटअप में था. लेकिन जब लुचियानो स्पेलेटी आए मिडवे थ्रू द सीजन is where we introduce you to the guy called Marco Savorani. So he became the new goalkeeping coach for Roma, and arguably Wojciech Szczęsny improved under Spalletti the next season. मतलब ये एक ऐसा कीपर था Wojciech Szczęsny जो काफी उसका कॉन्फिडेंस शेकन था. इटली आया था एंड काफी लोग उसको आर्सेनल में जज करने लगे. Premier League fans obviously turned on him and he made a lot of errors, no doubt. And unfortunately ये game ऐसा है कि जब keepers errors करते हैं तो सारा blame, सारा spotlight उनके ऊपर जाता है. अगर कोई strikers chances miss करते हैं उसके मौका पे मौका मिलता है, but अगर एक goalkeeper ने error किया and that results in a goal, well, सारे अपने pitchforks लेके भागते हैं कीपर के पीछे. So it's a very very tough job, man. And as a fellow keeper I can tell you that one mistake and you're under the spotlight and everyone is out to claim your life. तो Szczesny जब आया था it was a difficult phase for him personally and professionally. and जब वो इटली आया था, इटली का जो रूडी गार्सिया का जो स्टाइल था वो अलग था रोमा में, एंड स्पेलेटी का काफी अलग था. एंड यार आप बोल सकते हो कि he was never a good ball playing goalkeeper, Szczesny, that is good shot stopper, but उसमें भी he used to make a lot of errors. But when I saw Szczesny in that Spalletti year, I'm like, भाई साहब, what is this Szczesny and who is the man responsible for this? तो मैं काफी टेक्निकल चीजों में जाता हूँ दोस्तों. मैंने गोलकीपिंग रिसेंटली टेक अप किया था. नॉट वेरी, आई डिडंट स्टार्ट आउट एज अ गोलकीपर. सो जब मैं कोचिंग अपने बैजेस कर रहा था तो उसमें गोलकीपिंग का जो section tha was very interesting to me, and that is when I came to know about Marco Savorani. So Marco Savorani is a Roma youth product from the city of Rome, and he didn't have a great career, but he became a coach later on, and he was the one who started polishing Wojciech Szczęsny's ball playing skills, and even his shot stopping ability also. It dramatically improved. In Szczesny's own words, he said that he's learned more at Roma in the last 4 months than he's learned at Arsenal for the last 10 years. अब ये कितना सच है कितना झूठ है पता नहीं, थोड़ा clickbaity headline लग रहा है, but what he meant to say that in Italy it's very very tactical. So definitely there was that change, and उस समय ऐसा था कि रोमा वर्स में Wojciech Szczęsny was a starting goalkeeper in league games in Serie A, and the backup to him for the Europa League games was this unknown guy from Brazil who we had signed. Walter Sabatini had signed for 7 million euro, Alisson Becker. So there was this guy जो Europa League में आके, and we were like, भाई कौन है ये आदमी यार, मतलब इतना हैंडसम बंदा है and ये हमारे बेंच पे, and he did fairly well in the Europa League games, but Szczesny was so ahead कि he couldn't be displaced as a starting number one. Then the following year is when Szczesny left for Juve and Alisson became the number one for Roma. And तभी Marco Savorani का जो actual prowess है वो हमें दिखाई दिया. Like I really feel bad for fitness coaches, set piece coaches, goalkeeping coaches, and Savorani is that guy who has gone under the radar, especially to a casual football fan. And hence I'm making this video because goalkeeper union represent. So the next year is when Alisson, became the undisputed number one for Roma. And तब हमने जो Alisson जो हमने थोड़ा bits and parts में देखा था in the Europa League last year to what he had become. Suddenly he became world class. And I remember very distinctly the first Champions League game against Atletico Madrid. He made so many saves, very, very reminiscent to this PSG Liverpool game. Single-handedly got Roma, a point in a game that Roma deserved to lose. Alisson Becker, shined through and through. And Savorani ko, baad mein Alisson bhi, when he left Roma for Liverpool, he said that it was because of him that he became such a good keeper. And Savorani is known as the man with the Midas touch. Whoever he touches, it becomes gold. So Szczesny to tha hi, and Alisson, became such a bona fide superstar. And काफी उसे श्रेय मिलता नहीं है सावरानी को. मेरे हिसाब से काफी कोचेस को वो क्रेडिट मिलता नहीं है. एंड हेंस मेरे ये सारे वीडियोस के द्वारा आई वांट टू टेल ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस दैट every coach in a coaching setup, you have a head coach, you have a team manager, first team manager, a goalkeeping coach, you have a kit boy, kit man, everyone is so important. The harmony within a team, मतलब आप कोई कॉर्पोरेट टीम में देखो, यू हैव मल्टीपल स्टेक होल्डर्स, बड़े बड़े टीम्स होते हैं, काफी टीम मेंबर्स होता है, तो वो एक जो यूनिटी है बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड गोल कीपिंग कोचेस को इतना क्रेडिट मिलता नहीं है, बिकॉज गोल कीपर्स को देमसेल्व्स इतना क्रेडिट मिलता नहीं है. इनफैक्ट मानस ने जब ट्वीट किया था एक कि द कंटेंशन फॉर बलोन d'Or वो ऑल अटैकर्स. आई नो लेव याशिन अवार्ड है, बट इट्स नॉट द बलोन d'Or, नो. सो गोल कीपर्स को तो क्रेडिट मिलता ही नहीं है, एंड गोल कीपिंग कोचेस तो फार फ्रॉम दैट. बट yesterday the performances that we saw, wow, absolutely amazing. Let's talk about that in a second. Let's start off with the senior pro Wojciech Szczęsny. He had gone into retirement. Usko laga ki uske playing days are over, and he just wanted to have a, what I mean. And he was enjoying his retirement, where Marc Andre ter Stegen got injured, and he got an emergency call to come and play for Barcelona. Of course, no one is going to deny that. यार उसने retirement को overturn किया, आ गया. थोड़ा shaky था, no doubt, because he had not played football for a while now, and Barca fans were थोड़ा सा making fun of him and everything. But last night you saw that a 10-man Barca held on to a 1-0 lead, and Wojciech Szczęsny just rolled back the years, man. मतलब he was so good, so clutch. And मैं अपने Arsenal friends को जब भी बोलता हूँ कि they made a mistake of letting Szczęsny go, they never believed me, because as a goalkeeper, as someone who's done a lot of research on, how goalkeepers function, the evolution that I saw Szczesny undergo, especially after Savorani took over, was immense. मतलब वो ये level पे था, Savorani आने के बाद में यहाँ पहुँच गया था. And of course, he got a move to Juve. So that is just testament to, how he had progressed as a footballer. So last night, I think एक swan song था उसके लिए, Szczesny के लिए. He rolled back the years, put in a brilliant performances. Stats में डाल दूंगा कि कितना सेव वगैरह सब किया, but he proved clutch. And meanwhile in Paris, he's number 2 once upon a time. Szczesny ने बोला था कि he was so good that at one point he had Alisson as his number 2. At one point he had Gigi Buffon as his number 2 at UA. So his former number 2, Alisson Becker, he also pulled out 8 to 9 world-class saves, again keeping Liverpool in the tie. Liverpool, obviously ended up scoring late in the game, so taking that advantage back to Anfield. So a night for goalkeepers. और इस वीडियो का मकसद यही था कि गोलकीपर्स को हम सेलिब्रेट करें, गोलकीपिंग कोचेस को हम सेलिब्रेट करें. आज के टाइम में सावरानी इज वर्किंग विद द अजूरी, द इटालियन नेशनल टीम, विद Luciano Spalletti, of course. So he's part of his setup over there. So celebrate करो. I don't know कि आपके जो फेवरेट क्लब्स है, आपके जो चहीते क्लब्स है, उनके गोलकीपिंग कोचेस कौन है. सो मुझे आप कमेंट्स में बताओ कि who is the goalkeeping coach at your football club, and do some research about them, give them some love, give them some appreciation, because goalkeepers का job बहुत ही tough होता है. It is a thankless job, and एडमायर करो जो गोलकीपिंग कोचेस है, जो आके इनको सपोर्ट करते हैं, इनका गेम रेस करते हैं, एंड दे प्रोड्यूस. ये एक सिंपल सी बात है. अगर कोई भी स्ट्राइकर कोई हैट्रिक मारता है या 4 गोल मारते हैं, उनको जिस तरीके से हम सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, गोलकीपर्स जब ऐसे क्लच परफॉर्मेंसेस लेकर आते हैं, स्पेशली ऑन बिग नाइट्स इन यूरोप, सेलिब्रेट देम यार. आई मीन, दिस इज इक्विवेलेंट टू एनीवन स्कोरिंग अ हैट्रिक. बोथ Szczesny and Alisson's performances last night for Barcelona and Liverpool respectively. So वीडियो का यही मकसद था कि to celebrate all of this. With that, we'll close this video. Thank you so much for watching. Respect goalkeepers. Hashtag goalkeepers union. I'm Ajay Menon. You're watching the special video on my channel. I'll be back with more content sometime soon. In the meantime, thank you so much for all the love and support. Really enjoying all the comments that are coming my way. It is goodbye for now. Ciao, ciao.